There's a Pokemon ROM hack that lets you play as a Team Rocket grunt, and I made it my life's mission to become the most feared, hated, and most powerful criminal in all of Kanto. I'll be the goddamn Heisenberg of the Pokemon world. At least that was the plan. Instead of a whimsical criminal adventure a la JoJo's Part 5, I got depression, sadness, not good stuff. And it all began at the Team Rocket Recruitment Center. We choose our starter, a Rattata, typical for a Team Rocket grunt. But that doesn't matter, since we're gonna steal every Pokemon we come across. This other newcomer, Ronnie, tells us we can only steal Pokemon from kids and old people. Which seems evil, because it is. But you know, we're Rockets. We're not the good guys. You see that little girl, BENSHOT? Go and beat her up and steal her Pokemon. Okay, jeez. After stealing her Pidgey, we can start Mission 1, Mount Moon. Our first mission is to secure the fossils hidden somewhere in the mountain. Only problem is, apparently there's some uber powerful trainer going around beating Rockets up. So we have to be very careful not to... Shit! It's a close fight, but Red does manage to beat me up. The story of this ROM hack incorporates literally everything fans have been speculating about. From the Kanto War, Blue's Raticate, to the Mewtwo project. And kudos to the writers, they managed to incorporate all of these ideas into a well fleshed out, believable, and gripping story. And believe me, it grips.
I beg your pardon?
Giovanni calls us in and demands an explanation, which makes sense. An entire platoon of adult men were wiped out by a 10-year-old boy. Of course he'd have some questions. A bigger problem arises, however, when the gym leader Blaine refuses to produce Porygons for Giovanni's casino. Blaine says that Oak could do it. No! I'll never work with that traitor! Alright, jeez, why is everybody on edge these days? We'll get to the whole Oak being a traitor thing later, but just so you know, he's a despicable monster, and I Giovanni gives us a new mission, recruit Bill to produce Porygon. Through some bribing, Bill hops on pretty quickly. And while we're busy, Ronnie breaks into the mayor's house and robs his daughter. Why would you do that, you idiot? Thanks to him, Lance makes a public announcement. Every Rocket member is gonna receive a bounty. Pokemons are no longer gonna serve any Rocket members, and the police are gonna arrest every Rocket member they see. Lance is such a dork. Let's just move on to our next mission. Drugs for Lieutenant Surge. Lieutenant Surge loves steroids. So do I. In exchange for the roids, he informs us that Lance is smuggling Johto Pokemon over the border illegally. We just gotta get on there and take him. During our mission, we overhear a discussion between Lance and Steven. To Giovanni, Oak is a traitor, and here we're told why. Oak used to be the champ of the Kanto region during the war between Kanto and Johto. At the very end of the war, Oak resigned, handing the reins over to Lance and Johto. No one knows why Oak just gave up, but the entire Kanto region sees him as a traitor and a coward. Anyways, we find the smuggled Pokemon, fight the captain, and just gas him. God, I love being a criminal. We receive a new mission. Kill this old guy in the Pokemon Tower. Not kill, but like, he's annoying, so just go beat him up, make him go away. In there we find Blue, who's mourning his Raticate. If you didn't know, in the original Red and Blue, when you fight Blue on the SSN, he still has his Raticate. When you fight him in the Pokemon Tower, he no longer has his Raticate. The fan theory is that he couldn't get to the Pokemon Center fast enough after the SSN battle, essentially dooming his Raticate. In Pokemon Rocket Edition, they implemented this theory into the actual story. Blue becomes enraged at Red for beating his Raticate so badly, and even more enraged at Oak, his own grandpa. Blue told him what happened to his beloved Pokemon, and Oak just tells him, get another one. A stronger one. Okay, so Red is a psychopath, and Oak is also a psychopath. Good to know. After our mission, we get back to the hideout where... Shit. While we were gone, Red wiped out all of Team Rocket. Giovanni, in a rage, tells us the truth about the Pokemon War. 11 years ago, Kanto was losing the war to Johto. To turn the tides of the war, Oak went looking for Mew. Only problem was, Mew was way too kind to hurt any Pokemon or any person for that matter. So in an attempt to harness its power, they decided to clone Mew. With Giovanni's funding, the scientists of the region all got together to work. And they failed miserably. Every clone came out as a deformed piece of flesh, known now as Ditto. The project came to an all-time low when one of the clones was so unstable, so erratic, and so dangerous that it received the nickname the Catastrophe. Professor Fuji had an idea. Through DNA splicing, they would create a human Pokemon hybrid. And it worked. They officially created Mewtwo. Unfortunately, Mewtwo didn't want to be used as a war weapon, and it just kind of left. With all hope lost, Oak surrendered to Lance and basically betrayed Kanto. Giovanni understood that facing Lance head-on would be impossible, so he decided to cripple the regime from the underground through Team Rocket. We also get our first promotion. And our first mission as admin is to confront Oak. So we pull up to Pallet Town and Oak isn't there. But no worries, we can just talk to his granddaughter Daisy. And the conversation went really well when suddenly Ronnie shows up and just fucking kills her. Why would you do that? To make things worse, Ronnie proudly tells Giovanni how he murked Oak's granddaughter. To which Giovanni says, "Why would you do that?" Anyways, our next mission involves interrogating Professor Blade. He's been acting rather suspicious lately, so we just gotta make it clear what would happen if he betrayed us. He informs us that Oak was working on another project after the Mewtwo project. Another reason not to trust Oak. Our next mission is our biggest yet, steal the Master Ball prototype, which was going very well. We even got another promotion until shit. Not to worry though, Bill has a backup plan. Produce our own Master Ball and catch not Mewtwo, but the Catastrophe. Only problem is, the only person who knows where the Catastrophe is Dr. Shigeki. And the only one who knows where Dr. Shigeki is Mewtwo. So we go and ask Mewtwo, "Do you know where Dr. Shigeki is?" And Mewtwo just answers, "Perchance." He tells us that Shigeki is hiding in Viridian City as the old drunk man.
What a twist!
We go and interrogate him, and he gives in pretty quickly. The Catastrophe is frozen under Cinnabar Island, and Shigeki can defrost it at any time. He warns us, however, the moment he does, Cinnabar Island is going to glitch out. Turns out, the Catastrophe is actually missing now.
What a twist!
Which just fits so well. They perfectly implemented the biggest glitch in Pokemon history in a believable way. We are far from done, however, as we enter my favorite segment of this ROM hack, Oak's basement.
January 16th, 1985. The Mewtwo project is bound to fail, but my colleagues refuse to see it. A Pokemon clone of Mew, however sophisticated, could never be controlled. The others have all refused to back down. So, I henceforth start a scientific project of my own. If it can save Kanto, nothing can. March 11th, 1985. What if those genes we synthesized were instead manifest in a genetic clone of a human boy? Yes, a boy with those unique, unwavering qualities raised for Pokemon battle. Coldly and objectively, he could devise his battle strategies, push his Pokemon to their limits, like a dispassionate puppet master. For the clone to resemble a human well enough to fool the world, I will create my master trainer as an embryo and let nature take its course. The purpose of his childhood will be to imprint only a single lesson, that I am a father figure he can trust, and that my word, for his own good, is law. August 15, 1985. It won't do. I will surrender my position as champion. Lance will gleefully take my place, and the public will shame me as a coward and a traitor. But they will let me live. And in 10 years' time, I will wipe that grin off your conceited face, Lance. When my boy has crushed you in fair, official Pokemon battle, you will find his policies as champion less friendly towards the likes of you. Kanto, Johto, the ends of the world, we will yield unprecedented power. Oh, a decade of public humiliation is a small price to pay. Because when the time is right, we
get a call from the boss to meet us at the Viridian City gym. He tells us that he was defeated by Red, that he's too ashamed to face us, and that he's disbanding Team Rocket. However, he gives us one last promotion. We are now officially the leader of Team Rocket. And for our last mission, stop Oak. On our way to the Indigo Plateau, Lance storms out and just starts a yap session. He just starts crying because Blue beat him. I ain't got time for that. Give me that Dragonite, bitch. My Dragonite. We make it through Victory Road and there's a huge commotion going on. In a huge upset that, let's be honest, everybody saw coming, Red defeated Blue and is now the champ of the region. And Oak tells the media, well, Red is actually kinda autistic.
I like apples and bananas.
He'll hand the power over to me, his parental figure. We storm in to stop them, but Oak and Red skedaddle into the champions room. Lucky for us, I still got the crowbar. We break in and have our long-awaited rematch with Red. This game's difficulty is pretty high. Especially these last two fights highlight this aspect of the ROM hack. Red is a really tough opponent, especially if you're not well prepared. Not me though. I stole a ton of Pokemon to prepare for Red. We managed to beat Red and Oak just starts tripping balls. Agatha comes in and just starts glazing Oak. Talking about some, oh, I always knew you were the man of my dreams, you're the strongest. To which Oak responds with,
This chicken is cold.
and just fucking kills her. What's wrong with these people? And after also beating Oak, we are officially the champ of the Kanto region. Oh, perfect. The police is here. Now they can arrest Oak. Hey, wait. Why are they arresting me? Why am I on court? 27 years? Nah. Free BENSHOT. This some bull. Do nothing.
Stop. Shut up.
Hey, thanks for watching. My voice is giving out because of the screaming I did. I hope you enjoyed this video. This game was very fun. I really enjoyed this ROM hack. If you have any other ROM hacks you want me to play and review, just let me know. But in any case, like, subscribe, and yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate it very much. And I'm gonna drink a tea now, because my voice is killing me.